I firmly believe your passions shape your identity. Me, I'm passionate about providing for others through acts of service. And under that umbrella of acts of service, I like to do it by serving good food and bringing my opinionated heat to a conversation. So, did I create this channel to present my opinion as culinary gospel? Far from it. But there are too many people who use the term best too often without presenting, the meat and potatoes of their argument. Culinary pun intended. And it's hard for me not to rush to the comments on social media or call people out at a friendly gathering and make it quite uncomfortable, but I get tired of the lies that you're telling and the stories that you're selling. But that doesn't get the relationship of me and you anywhere. And I'm trying to be better. And I am getting better. And not just in a sense of cooking or editing or recording or anything like that. I'm trying to be more brotherly. Tell you what, how about this? Let's put a pause on the introduction for a second and just test and see how far I've come. So the question is, why do we eat what we eat? Well, let's go back to the beginning and look. So check this out. In the beginning, there was light. No, man, like a lot of light. And with this newly established light, over the next 5 days, the Creator created all sorts of things. Planets, stars, sun, moon, sea, sky. But on day 6, He created man. And not long after man had life breathed into him, the Creator come along and said, hey, you're a vegan. Come with me. I've got a garden in the east that's full of all the fruits and vegetables of your heart's desire. So man stayed in the garden, man tended the garden, man loved the garden. But the Creator saw that man needed help, and a suitable helper He provided. So man gave woman the lowdown. Look, we've got all the fruits and vegetables we could ever desire, and all the freedom in the world to explore and do whatever we want, except for eat from one place. Now I'm gonna go lay down for a moment because my ribs are killing me. Oh yeah, don't talk to strangers. Slytherin Stanley from O Block shows up on the scene as soon as man goes and lays down. And he came in hot with the foolishness too, talking about the Creator just wants to hoard the best things for himself and he knows it's the best, and she was convinced. So she followed Stanley, saw that the tree was good, saw that the fruit was good. He had accomplished his goal. Terrible opinion. So what did he do? Slithered away. Well, woman told man, man ate. And the first wardrobe was born. Feeling guilty and ashamed, they hid themselves. They heard the Creator call out. They didn't answer, but He knew where they were. Straight disrespect. Unbelievable. Why'd you do this? I provided everything, but you gotta go. I can't have this. But the woman said, Stanley. The Creator's like, I got it, Stanley. Let me take it. Yeah! Rejected. So they left. And it all started with one bad piece of food advice. And by the time Noah showed up, evil veganism was everywhere. The Creator saw that Noah was 3 things: loyal, crafty, and a pretty chill guy. So He told him, I need you to build me a boat to these exact specifications. And when you're done, I'm gonna fill it with animals. All I really need for you to do is hide your kids, hide your wife, sit back, and enjoy the ride. And for the next 40 days and 40 nights, it was just like the Eurythmics. Here comes the rain again. Or something along those lines. And not long after that, Noah and his family touched dry ground and thanked the Creator by offering and serving him some overcold, direct heat, South Carolina-style barbecue, and the Creator was pleased. So pleased, He said, have a bite. Noah's sons, who were often referred to as brothers, were perplexed by this because all they had ever known is veganism. But they knew that the Creator loved them, and they trusted Him. Bone apple tea, one of the brothers said, with the fresh barbecue sauce still on his lips. Not only did these guys repopulate the earth, but they're also credited with the first barbecue. They're brothers, you get it? The fruit and veggie only period was over. So next time you stop in and get a meat and three from your local gas station, thank Noah and his family. And to wrap this portion of the story up, Noah's wife was very much pleased with her oceanfront property and her new accent lighting. Noah, he was enjoying retirement. Now for the real reason that you're here. Let's make matzah. Anytime you're preparing anything in the kitchen, the best practice is to mise en place. Gather all your ingredients and utensils and place them in an orderly working fashion. Hey, you still here? Wake up. Oh yeah, and it doesn't have anything to do with this video, but never throw the box away until the dinner's done. You look crazy going through the trash. So why bread? Well, we already discussed fruits and veggies. We've already discussed proteins. The only thing missing is a good bread recipe. And this is a pretty significant recipe. It's been handed down for generations and generations. The ingredients may not be the same, but the significance of the bread means a lot to a lot of people. One time, a guy in his early 30s come along marketing a recipe for the bread of life. He made a pretty significant claim that if you ate of his bread, you'd never hunger again. He went even further to say that after he had passed on from this life to the next, that every time you eat this bread, you do it in remembrance of him. So just like I was talking about in the beginning, what do you do with that type of information? Do you consider it opinion or do you consider it truth? Or do you just disregard it altogether and keep it pushing day to day? Now, I'm not here to change anyone's mind on any particular subject other than food. But just like this video, if it doesn't have the outside force of me, the creator, creating it, it's not getting made. The random cuts, the text, the music, the speeding up and slowing down, everything has an outside force acting upon it. And every one of these videos that I'm going to put out are going to be put out with the intention of love, to where you can love those that you love in a way that I like to show love, which is by serving delicious dishes and desserts and teaching you something along the way. I want you to use this channel as a resource to clean up your act in the kitchen. That's the add heat side of things. For the speak sweet, I think I'm going to get my advice from a bread salesman. And I'm never going to ignore the fact that there are just different opinions. Kansas City versus Memphis. Wash the chicken, don't wash the chicken. Grape juice or wine. Some things just aren't worth arguing over. The most important thing is the fellowship and the breaking of bread between each of us.